This is a short update to see if I'm achieving my 6% quarterly win rate. 6% quarterly does not sound like a lot, but 6% quarterly is 24% annually, and that's what Warren Buffett achieves. So let's get started. Taking a small account of $5,000 and multiplying it by 6%, you got $300 per quarter. The goal is to be consistent each month and each quarter. We're not looking for a daily percentage or a daily dollar rate. It's consistency, and to make that consistent 6% per quarter and 24% annually. You come up with a trade idea, like I want to buy Plug. You research it, you analyze it, you test it to see what the win percent rate with your strategy. You execute the strategy. In many cases, I use the RSI MACD strategy, and looking for long-term and short-term swings where I can profit on the swing using a 1.5 to 1 risk-reward, where I'm risking less to make more. And then whether I win or lose, I go back and start again after evaluating what I did wrong or right. And there's a couple wrong trades this week. So this was a C plus or C trading week for me. Basically, this is showing it that I'm using some risk management where my system is doing about 70% win rate, which gives me 7 wins, 3 losses. If I win 30 and lose 20, after 10 trades, I still have $150. And so I need at least 20 trades to make that $300, but you'll see that I'm doing a lot more trades. I want to remind you that I usually set my profit target at 3, my stop loss is at 2%, and this way, I still, if I only win half of my trades, I still will win a little money. This is a spreadsheet that I use to track my trades and my predictions. For any trade that I announce on the internet, I put on this spreadsheet. And my intent is to buy at the open, or buy or sell at the open, and use the profit targets of 2% for a loss or short, and 3% for a profit target. Currently, my quarterly rate is 12.6. Again, I'm trying to achieve a 6%. The profit is $630, and we have 11 losers, and 29 winners, and that's a 72% win rate. All my losers had to do with shorts. Apparently, I was shorting the market when the trend was up, and that's especially true for oil. It seems like I had the trend wrong this week. This is a diagram of the S&P. In the latter part of October, it looked like the S&P was going to go down, and now it's shot back up again. And I've been calling that the S&P was going to fall from here on, but it didn't. And if I looked at my zigzag indicator, which is tuned not to take a lot of noise, it would have kept me on a longward track instead of going short. But the problem with my 4 losing trades this week is the market went up and I was going short. Calling the shots here, we had a upward trend easily seen, and then we had a short signal here, and another one here, and another one here, and another one here. If we took all those, we would have had 3 winners, and I took 2 of them. One was a winner, and when I went short here, this was a loser. So the last trade I made was a loser, and I was stopped out. Looking back on it, you don't want to see this much traffic, but when you're making these trades initially, like I say, I only took 2 of them. This a winner and a loser, but you don't know that ahead of time. So I'm saying that Plug is still in a downward trend, and I'm still going to look for shorts, but my last short was not good. And this is because we had the stimulus optimism for the Thursday and Friday, which floated everything up, and also oil caused some issues with the market, and the oil rise should have caused Plug to drop Apparently it did not. So I called it wrong. Move on. This is XLE, an oil ETF, and you can see that since November 9th, oil has been steadily increasing with a drop. It is fluctuating, and then a rise. This is what happened when you bet to go short on oil stocks. Here, you lose. I had the direction very much wrong. This is Suncor, a energy company from Canada, and it reflected the same direction as the ETF. It was going short. I took a short here and had a winner, and took a short here. The very next day, pops up, never looked back. Same as the XLE ETF. I thought the direction would continue on down this way. Now it looks like we had a trend reversal, and it looks to continue. Perhaps maybe that's just a line of support or a line of resistance. Make your own decisions. Boeing, since November, has been going up. Looked like we had a little trend reversal here, and I had an RSI drop below the 70 line, and it looked like an MACD signal as well. So I decided to take a short. Instantly lost. But it still, to me, looked like it wanted to go down. So on a whim, I took a short here. The very next day, it went up and never looked back. So that resulted in a loss, hit the stop loss, and it's another loss. And this one was on a whim though, no single. The next stock, I like the J&J, Johnson & Johnson, because it has some nice swings. I decided to buy Johnson & Johnson on a dip. No single, but a dip. It looked like the MACD was going to cross over, and it continued the next day up. I did not ride this whole thing all up. My profit target was set pretty close, and I made a profit. This was a winner. The next stock I'd like to talk about is NIO, which is a Chinese car company. Very popular on the internet, very popular with Robinhood traders. Around the 27th, I received an RSI signal to go down. We're in a downward trend according to my zigzag, and the MACD turned around a few days before that. This short was a winner, and that was on the RSI signal. So in conclusion, this week I had 4 winners and 4 losers, primarily because I thought the trend was going to reverse, and it didn't. And that's because of the news. Everybody thought we were going to get stimulus checks. Oil went up, and so it drastically affected the market. So my strategy for next week is just to keep plugging along. I'll be trading off the higher time frames, not the lower ones, because the stock market has a lot of volatility right now. I wish you all the best of luck. Please like and subscribe. Our channel is in the very early stages, and some things need to be smoothed out. Appreciate your patience and your criticism and peer review. Please, I love peer review.